Hey, yo, Zo, what up?
Sunday, July 27th, 2025, Nubian Public Podcast and the Cancer Files, also known as Milwaukee Internet Radio. Today's going to be a little bit different, just going to be some local and some world news so everybody can get caught up on their world events. This is your boy Big Juan on the Cancer Files. Y'all stand by. And good afternoon, Milwaukee and world. We're going to jump right in with some breaking news from today's TMJ4. Take a listen.
Breaking news right now at 5. A large police presence in Milwaukee's Arlington Heights neighborhood. Milwaukee police are on scene right now collecting evidence in the street near 19th and Nash. You can see a significant crime scene has been set up in this area, and the Milwaukee County Medical Examiner's Office tells us they are also responding, which indicates this is the scene of a deadly incident. We are working to confirm additional details. We'll let you know as soon as we hear back from Milwaukee Police. We are following break.
All right, Milwaukee, we got to do better. What is going on here? It is always something. This has been, I do have to say, a deadly past few months in the Milwaukee area here in Wisconsin.
We are following breaking news right now at 5. A large police presence in Milwaukee's Arlington Heights neighborhood.
Out of here. Yes, it has been real deadly, and I'm just very, very disappointed with my city. I don't know. It's getting to the point where it makes you want to leave. It makes you want to pack up and just get the hell up out of here. And this is only our local news now. It's just been too much going on. Too much. When will it cease? We ask each other that a lot. We don't know. We don't know if it will ever cease. But yeah, I just had to get that off my chest, because it is very, very crazy. Let's move on here from the WFRV, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now, there are reports that the RFK Jr., one of Trump's cabinets, I believe, has been sued by the anti-vaccine group that he founded. Now, I'm all for it. You know, this anti-vaccine, I'm all for it. We don't need this. We don't need anything that's corrupting our DNA and, you know, transferring our very wealth our health as it is. But here's something from The Hill. And it's the anti-vaccine organization founded by Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is now funding a lawsuit against him, arguing Kennedy has failed to establish a task force on the safety of childhood vaccines. Our first priority, and I quote, will always be children's health. Secretary Kennedy has failed to establish a task force dedicated to making children vaccines safer, as mandated by federal law. So we will be holding him accountable, end quote. Children's Health Defense CHD posted on Platform X. The lawsuit claims Kennedy is violating the National Childhood Vaccine Injury Act of 1986, which requires the HHS secretary to stand up and task force consisting of the director, of the National Institute of Health, NIH, the Commissioner of the Food and Drug Administration, or better known as the FDA, and the Director of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. The law also requires the Health Secretary to provide Congress with progress reports every 2 years. CHD contends that these steps taken to make vaccines safer has never been reported to lawmakers. Kennedy and his allies have been interested in the panel for years, arguing that its absence shows the government has not taken appropriate steps to ensure vaccines are safer for children. While he was part of Children's Health Defense in 2018, Kennedy, along with the fellow vaccine critic and advisor Del Bigtree, filed a Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, request for copies of the reports from DHS. When no reports were found, Kennedy and Bigtree sued HHS to produce them, part of the efforts to bolster their misleading narrative about the vaccine. Let's take a quick listen in on the former president's, I'm pretty sure not knowing who she is. Let's just take a quick listen.
Look, the president has made it clear that he wanted these documents to be declassified. He wanted the American people to see the truth, and now he wants those who perpetuated these lies and this scandal to be held accountable.
I am so disappointed with Trump's press secretary and, his cabinet. And forgive the background noise there. I am on a busy street in the studio, and there's been like an exceptional amount of motorcycles and bikers going around. And I am so disappointed with Robert Kennedy and Trump and his whole cabinet alike. They are just not doing anything as far as helping us out with staying safe, with our children staying safe here. It's mind-boggling. It's also heartbreaking, to say the least. So, moving along, we are going to have a report from Milwaukee's Channel 12 News, WISN Milwaukee, and a final report released for deadly 2023 Watertown plane crash. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, has released its final report on July 26, 2025 for the 2023 Watertown plane crash that killed 2 people. Dr. William A. Buchholz, 73, was the pilot. His 8-year-old grandson, Colin Strebe, was a passenger. Buchholz was the founder of Family Dental Practice in Watertown, which he owned and operated for over 40 years. He enjoyed spending time in his cabin in northern Wisconsin. His grandson shared this love with him. The cabin, which was in Manitowish, is where they were headed before the crash. The single-engine Mooney M20 plane crashed at Brant Quirk Park near a residential area. The FAA confirmed the plane had taken off from the municipal airport about 3 miles from the site. According to the NTSB's final report, they determined that the probable cause to be that Buchholz lost control due to spatial disorientation. He was also impaired by prohibited substances. They identified the substance as gabapentin, codeine, and delta-8 THC. However, they could not determine the extent of his impairment. Foggy conditions also played a factor. We'll be right back. And more great news from Milwaukee's neighborhood grocery store, the Sherman Park Grocery Store, located on Fond du Lac and Sherman Boulevard. Here in Milwaukee, held yesterday their neighborhood grocery giveaway. Let's take a listen.
Sherman Park Grocery in Milwaukee celebrated its third anniversary by distributing $10,000 worth of fresh produce to the community following the closure of Pick and Save at 35th and Minneca. Anita Garrett was among dozens waiting in line to receive fresh produce. "This is a first step towards healthy eating for our family," Garrett said. She expressed excitement about the community coming together to support Sherman Park. Garrett noted the significance of receiving a bag of fresh groceries, especially after the closure of Pick and Save. "You can't afford to buy the oranges, the grapes, the strawberries, the bananas you can't afford. So, Sherman Grocery Store to do this is amazing," she said. Volunteers shared that the bags were filled with essential items like vegetables, including sweet potatoes and corn, as well as fruit, ensuring people could have a healthy meal. "We anticipate 270 bags going out today," they said. Maurice Wintz, owner of Sherman Park Grocery, partnered with different agencies for the giveaway. The folks that heard about fresh fruits and vegetables at the end of the month. "We got to imagine that either their Quest card or their benefits are out, and they came out for something that they need," Wintz said. County leaders were also present, offering food options. "We have a food pantry that is located on the first floor because we know that people need access," they said. They emphasized the need for greater partnerships with Sherman Park Grocery and other entities. "That means we have to create even greater partnerships, whether we're talking about with Sherman Park Grocery Store or other for-profit entities that are out there," they said. Community members expressed hope for future expansions, hoping this is not the first one that he's going to expand and have more. But this is what's needed with the community, they said. Read more. Milwaukee Grocery Store celebrates anniversary with $10,000 produce giveaway. Check out WISN. Get the top Milwaukee news, weather, and sports. With the day's biggest stories and ones you may have missed, our Wisconsin news team has you covered.
All right, stay tuned for maybe some sports, and we'll be out of your hair. This is your boy Big Juan on Nubian Public Podcast and The Cancer Files. And finally, with some Green Bay Packer news, Packers quarterback Kalen King impresses early in training camp after off-season wrist surgery. Let's take a listen.
Green Bay Packers coach Matt LaFleur likes what he's seen so far from second-year cornerback Kalen King, a 2024 seventh-round pick who spent his rookie season on the practice squad and is now competing for a roster spot as a backup behind the expected starters at corner. King missed time during the off-season workout program while recovering from wrist surgery, but he was cleared for the start of training camp and has impressed through 3 practices. "I think he's had a pretty impressive 3 days, especially coming off the wrist surgery or whatever," LaFleur said. Back in May and before King's wrist injury, pass game coordinator Derek Ansley said he was looking really, really good while playing both on the perimeter and in the slot, suggesting King has carried over his ascending off-season performance into the early parts of training camp. As is always the case with young players, consistency is key. LaFleur said he wants to see King, who turned 22 years old in January, continue to stack good days during training camp and into the preseason as he matures on multiple fronts. "Everyone is going to grow at a different rate," LaFleur said. "He was a pretty young player. I think he was 21 when we drafted him last year, so he's got a lot of maturity ahead of him, not only as a person but as a player. But he's off to a really strong start, and hopefully that can continue when we get into pads and into the preseason games." The Packers are back on the practice field Sunday. The pads go on come Monday morning. King has a legitimate opportunity to win a spot on the roster as a top backup behind Keyshawn Nixon, Nate Hobbs, and Carrington Valentine. The Packers need a young player to emerge at corner, whether it's King, Kamal Hadden, rookie Micah Robinson, or receiver convert Bo Melton. This article originally appeared on Packers Wire. Packers CB Kalen King impresses early in training camp after off-season wrist surgery.
That's it for your sports. This has been your Nubian Public Podcast, Milwaukee Internet Radio, world and local news. By the way, got my partner here in the studio, Mr. Bo from the Gemini Reels. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody in MPP land? This is your boy, Big Bo, Mr. Gemini.
So what I'm gonna do, man, is we're sharing one microphone right now because Mr. Bartender is serving us up some drinks, but wanted to give him this opportunity to say what he's got to say about anything he's got to say about anything about the, you know what I mean, about anything. What you got, Mike?
I ain't got too much, but I'm just going to let you guys know in MPP land, the Milwaukee Brewers are looking like a fucking juggernaut right now. Let's show some love for the Brewers, man. They in first place. They are killing them right now. Hopefully, and this is with the grace of God, we might see a World Series if they keep up the good work. Hey, man, y'all show some love for the Brewers, man. That's all I got right now. I'll probably be back.
All right, y'all. You heard what he said. Let's show some love for these Brewers, man. They pulled it off finally after all this time. Now, you're hearing that in the background. Please, it's my soundboard, and it's been acting a little stupid lately. But again, let's show the Brewers some love, and we congratulate you. We salute you. You finally did it. Number 1 seed in MLB. Took you guys, about 10 years to do it. Now, you have already signed your contract with the Miller Park that you are going to be there until, 2035, I believe, maybe even longer. And while you're here, let's keep that same energy, Brewers, and show the MLB squad y'all are no joke. Look, we love you guys. This has been a special episode of The Cancer Files. And stay tuned for next week. Sunday, as always, we're going to bring you the roundup on local and world news. Probably even throw in another opposite show with my boy here. So with that being said, everybody, stay black, stay blessed, stay prayed up. This is your boy Big Juan, The Cancer File.